One of the other things also is how do they weigh it? When the Ultramix has 19 colors and your color that you want may only have 3 or 4 colors. And white is one of those colors. Predominantly white is used in most every color that we have. A lot in any case, but which white are we using? Make sure that you're using the white called Ultramix white, which is the 7538. Use that for mixing your Pantone colors. Some people just grab a regular white, a regular underbase white, a highlight white, a poly white. Those whites aren't made, they're not formulated. I don't care who manufactures it. It's not made for Pantone mixing. There might be optical brighteners put in there to make the white look brighter, which you don't want to use those type of whites in a Pantone formula match. You want to use the white that was specifically made for the Pantone system. Again, it doesn't matter which manufacturer, I'm sure it's the same. Okay, so there's that. The other thing is the accuracy of your scale. Most scales, you know, we want to be in the 1/10 of a gram range, at least 0.1, and that means 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. That means 1/10 of a gram accurate. Okay, some scales they're a little less expensive, but they might be to a 0.2 accuracy, which would be 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8. So they get a little less expensive. And then they go to like a 1/2 gram accuracy, which won't be suitable for ink mixing for our product. And then there's a 1 gram accuracy. So they get cheaper and cheaper, the scales, based on the accuracy of it. And then the quantity, how large the scale can weigh up. A quart scale for, let's say, 1,000 grams or 1,200 grams, those are less expensive than something that would be for 5,000 grams, which would be a gallon container. So to get a gallon container scale that can do 5,000 at 0.1, yeah, it's going to be more expensive than a scale that can do a quart or 1,200 grams. So accuracy costs money, and the quantity that you're weighing costs money. So that also adds accuracy, because some of the times a formula might say 0.2 of black, 0.2 grams of black, and in that case it's like very little. And if you overmix that by 0.4, let's say that's double what the formula called for, and it may seem just a little bit, but if you're doing a sky blue or something very pastel-y, and it calls for just a touch of something, be very wary of adding that unless your scale is super accurate, because they do have scales that are 1,000th of a gram or 100th of a gram. You got a 1/10, 0.1, then you got 0.01, which is 10 times more accurate, and then they have 0.001, which is super expensive and super accurate. So when it calls for a 0.1 or 0.2 of, let's say, a black ingredient to match a Pantone, be very, very careful. Don't add more than that. In fact, I recommend half of it and work up to it to see if it needs any additional, because that's how important it can be.